Good evening and welcome to the Highgate Selectboard meeting for June 15th, 2023. Our first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, so since we do not have a public today at the moment, we will go directly on to the road reclassification hearing. So we had 3 site visits. The first, Town Highway number 58, Vior Road, a 106 foot section of Town Highway number 58, known as Vior Road, currently listed as Class 3, will be classified as Class 4. Do I have a motion to agree to that?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Second road was Town Highway number 9, the Round Road, a 1,479 foot section of Town Highway number 9, known as the Round Road, currently listed as Class 3, will be classified as Class 4. Do I have
I'll make that motion.
do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The third road is Town Highway number 38, the Waugh Farm Road, a 1,215 foot section of Town Highway number 38, known as the Waugh Farm Road, currently listed as Class 3, will become Class 4. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Did anybody show up at your site visits?
No,
Okay.
no public. Just Butch and the 4 of us. So Travis, you're right on schedule.
Right on time, all right?
Yep. So Travis Belisle and Kevin Maney are here to request a zoning.
Change. Do we pull up or sit back here?
You can sit back there, that's fine. So if you'd like to show us the plans, if you have plans there.
So we gotta go with these.
Okay.
This is not set in stone, it's just a sketch. Oh, you got one right there.
Okay, so 78's here, Tom.
This would be our district road here, we do have the permits to come in here and over the red trail now.
Right.
We're working with the A&R.
So that's between Roach and the old place?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is currently classified as agricultural,
It is.
and you'd like to change it to industrial commercial.
Correct.
The whole lot, or just your
There's
shaded?
another 40 acres on this section that's already commercial on the other side of the brook,
Yeah.
here. So we want to do the whole thing, it would be from the Bordeaux cornfields down here until,
There it
what's
is.
there.
Yeah.
And the last meeting we're at, which was what, planning? Was it planning? Or zoning? Zoning.
You were at planning.
The last one was planning,
Okay.
before that was zoning.
Yes.
Round one, they were talking about moving that line from agriculture to industrial commercial to the next road up, whoever's land that is.
The Ferry Road?
Is it Fordham?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Fordham, yeah, they were
Yeah.
talking about going past him and putting his as industrial also.
and keeping the line, keeping our back as boundary line, not converting, Bordeaux Brothers or whoever,
Right.
that field into industrial commercial, keeping that still
They
active.
would be, this would be Bordeaux.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just came from there.
Yeah.
So this is south of the city?
Yes, down here's the Wall Farm Road, this is the river down here.
Okay, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Which plot?
Cause doesn't the brook pretty much separate
There's
the
a
parcel?
Sisquoia.
That's
One
what it
side
does
of it.
separate.
That's what it
that.
shows on here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 40 acres behind it.
It's in
right
Here's
there.
Wall Farm, right?
Yep.
And then the
Okay,
brook.
that's Waltham, okay.
Sure.
It's lost it all
So,
here.
there's Fortin Road on there,
Up there in
Right.
the,
right there.
Yeah, there's 89.
This is 44 in here.
Fortin right there. So, yeah, we are,
But rail trail moves across it, right?
yes, it
So there's
does.
a rail trail right there.
Yeah, okay, right there. Hey Kevin, take a look at this map here, see? I guess I'm getting mixed up
Yeah,
with
this
orientation.
is north,
That's
that's
not.
south, west, east.
Where's
We're
it?
78.
Okay, that's like,
It's in here, right?
You did
Where's
show
the
where
brick
the
line?
entrance?
The brick plant's way over
Okay.
But yeah, they had gotten
Right there.
approval from the state.
Yes,
They
they
were
have.
saying,
Yeah.
This is our part.
Okay.
Yeah.
here. This- Okay, yeah, that matches what I'm looking at here, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I mean,
not very
but
worth
state-
it. All right, cool.
God, right? But
So they're talking
Yeah,
about,
as far
that,
as
in
this,
planning,
yeah.
you talk
part of
about
that
this
part, yeah.
boundary line here, all the way up to, it's the Fortin Road, the
It's
next one?
no, it's the
There,
Therian
yeah.
Road.
There, yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, I thought it said they wanted to go maybe farther, or did they just want
Boy,
to go ask for it?
we talked about the road,
I
but
think they did say, they did mention Therian Road, but I
the
don't know.
way this was warned says, extending the commercial industrial district boundary from 820 Wall Farm Road to Therian Road.
All right, thanks, guys.
So 820 Wall Farm Road,
I wonder if that's G,
oh, what's that?
Wall Farm Road? They look at 820 for an address of that.
yeah, I'm gonna think
Or would
that's
that be
Cheney's.
before?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Chimichurri,
Yeah, that,
based on what we just saw.
yeah, it's on
He's
one.
the
yeah.
only
Right.
residence down there.
That's
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just down there for the other thing, so.
I was hoping somebody from planning or zoning would come, but okay. So 13 lots, 14, 15,
That's, 15s are conceptual, that's what the engineers, prior to the state wetland people and frog, lizard,
Yeah.
oh yes,
turtle,
We're right in the
Don't
middle.
forget archaeological.
yeah.
Yeah.
We did that.
Yeah,
All right, good. That's a tough one. It's all downhill from there.
yeah,
But they say they might have to do more.
Yeah, boy.
yeah. Yeah, we've kind of put this in reservation for the time being,
yes, okay.
just due to the access point.
Mhm.
We can access everything off Route 78 to this side of the brook coming down through here, so we can access all that. And then this side, we're gonna either work with the engineers and the state to cross the brook, or come in at the brickyard building, the brick plant building.
Okay.
But we figured we're down the road far enough with the engineer, we'd rather get in front of you guys, see, you know, what you thought, how you guys felt about us coming to town with something like this, and versus housing developments.
Well, it's definitely a advantage to do this way because it brings a better tax base for us.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it brings you the opportunity to make as much or more money than you could off
Sure.
single family homes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that would be a benefit by my thinking.
Yeah.
And with the airport expanding, I think it would
Yes,
be a plus for
Oh,
them.
yeah.
yeah. I think it has some great potential and works in well with our plans for development for the future.
Yeah, so the natural gas, we have the those brick plants, but, we also have three-phase power. And that's something that we'd like to entertain at some point, is getting the municipal water and sewer down there. You know, and obviously that'll more likely be our expense.
Right.
But it'll make the difference of whether
What
some of
goes in
these
there, yeah.
buildings can have 20 employees or 100 employees.
Yeah.
So I'm sure to start with, we'll have to go with a 10 to 20 employee program and get through the first, 5 lots, and
Right.
then take a look at it from there on in.
Well, and the expansion of the interstate into the Highgate border crossing
That's right.
should bring you a lot more availability for commercial too.
That's what we're hoping.
Yeah. And I know you've worked a little bit with Tim Smith, so you have some ideas, so.
Yep.
For me, I think it's a win-win. Richard, what do you think?
Still thinking.
Okay. Mary, you like that idea, Scott? What do you think?
I'm all set right now.
Vern?
So I'm just looking at the, so that's all ag right now, and you're looking at that medium density, or what are you looking to do? What's your preference?
So yes, right through the back of our property line. Well, it's zoned ag, and we were told that they kind of ran the line with the brook at the time.
Yep.
You
Kinda
know,
see it.
and
When
just,
they did the commercial on this end.
it was just something convenient. And
They're not.
Yeah, they did all the clay
No,
extractions.
they're not.
so that is already all commercial.
No, that was just the way it was
And,
warned.
and
Okay.
they just
For the
used the brook to say, okay, that's
Okay,
a line
yeah.
right there.
Like Cheney's,
So, so
Yeah.
we're
the
looking
cornfield
to,
that we just
we were
looked at,
looking to
Yeah,
up to
obviously
their
get
border
to this
line.
boundary line, and then I guess it's the planning commission.
but
said,
border owns it all,
well, we might
right?
as well use the
Except
ferry
the town owns
to-
the
land.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
to draw.
But does that 10 acres go over this line?
Cool. I just,
No,
I'm gonna picture guys,
No,
I see it in my head.
Right, yeah, the state.
I like the idea.
yeah, I mean, and
So what's it like out in here? It's
all
pretty,
level. Yeah.
it's all leveled out from them taking out the,
It's all been
woods.
clean.
yeah.
Well, most of
Most of
it.
it over in here is all level,
It is.
just out here.
Yeah,
They regraded it and reclaimed it.
Yeah, that's when they took out the clay for the brick, yeah.
There is some archaeological sparks in here that can't be touched.
okay.
Wendy, do you know why they thought they wanted to warn it by the Waltham Road instead of at the ground line?
Well,
Was there
um,
thought?
yes. Well, I had made a comment, I said, well, you know, whoever owns it, Bordeaux's or whoever,
Right,
probably, for one, it's a floodplain area.
yes.
So, and then secondly, it's, you know, it probably wouldn't benefit them in any way to have industrial, commercial, maybe raise their taxes.
Yes. it
You know,
would.
they're only ever gonna use it as agricultural land, so, yeah, that's, and we'd rather have happy neighbors than upset neighbors.
Yeah, because if we were gonna change their residential, their designation, I would have thought we would have had to warn
Oh,
them to appear at this meeting because,
Who?
Bordeaux's, if we were changing their,
Oh,
you know what I mean?
mhm.
Um,
Don't believe. Let me find that file.
Okay, yeah, that was my only concern.
yeah,
That's why I wanted to ask you.
I would agree that I don't think that, changing that section of ag land to industrial
Right,
serves any good purpose. And is way better served, as ag land for the floodplain and protection there.
so is there another place other than that? You said there, right, at the brick factory, but them are the only two places to enter and,
Yes, but you got the brook here that we're not sure whether we can cross it.
okay.
I believe they deeded 100 foot on both sides of it. I'm
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
sure that, so you have to build a
Oh, for
$1
floodplain.
million
Yeah.
bridge across it.
Okay.
get over it.
we either gotta get in a big to-do with the state or, which we already have, but,
Yeah.
or just figure out a way to come through the little brick plant yard.
To get to this here to there, we're not gonna be able to access
Right.
over the brook there.
I see, okay.
Just the, so most of your stuff is gonna be right there.
Come through here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we do have the permit from the state to come off 78, and
Yeah.
we do have the permits to come across the rail trail.
Yeah.
That's all recorded here already.
Okay. Yeah, that was gonna be my next question, about the rail trail, but you're all
Yeah, I
set
have
there.
both, yeah.
Okay, and this little section here is the old town road, right?
Correct.
From the law farm to the fair.
This area on the corner
Yeah.
here. That's your old town.
Yep, yeah.
Apparently this was an old town over here too.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
She gave up.
I'm okay with it here. What's the name?
But making the adjustment
Yeah, that,
that stays ag.
that stays ag.
So making the adjustment that the zoning change is only for this parcel. So your parcel to the Therian Road, I'd say. So from your boundary line to the Therian Road. Change it to industrial commercial.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I don't know, I think it's, what is it, field, a little bit of field, and then
This is
woods in there?
This is woods, over here, the woods.
Yeah, yeah,
This is field probably where, maybe out here, the field starts.
because this is industrial commercial right now, right, Kevin?
Correct.
And that, so we don't know where this line is, you know, we know this is whatever, industrial commercial, this section of the property.
All the way over to the drive?
Yeah, and I don't know if that line,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know if that line starts here or if it does come into here.
Do we have a
But
map?
this piece here,
Yeah.
Of
Ours?
Yeah,
I think it's really a shop.
where
Of,
the zoning classification stops.
where the brick factory would have
Oh,
had
right now?
uh,
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
see.
anybody else's property over here.
commercial
This is
industrial,
where we were tonight,
Right,
right?
yeah, that's why
Where
I'm
that
not familiar because.
block where the
We
line
can
is,
do
the
it.
old commercial
What
industrial,
do we do?
Fortunate,
You want
I
one
asked
right
about
now?
while we were talking.
if you don't mind,
Yep.
if you
Yeah,
can
I
find it
got
quickly.
I got it right here.
Okay. So let's see what, just so we're
That's right.
not changing something that's not.
You want the GIS first?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's upside down, it's not okay.
Come on, Bart.
Alright, there we go. So there's their property. Here's the brook. Here's the river, Waffon Road. So it looks like.
Okay.
This is the field you were talking about?
Yes, yes, so it does stop. So I
So this is an industrial color.
So the brown is industrial?
Yeah, the brown is industrial, and this color's ag.
so that little, so this little chunk right here, Kevin,
Is that right?
most of it's in, but not right to this corner type thing, right?
That's what it looks like. There's a piece of it in here that is not.
That southwest corner, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we would extend the district
Over to the corner.
to include your full lot.
Boundary lines of that lot, yeah.
Right.
What was said?
So, most of their lots actually already industrial commercial. So, it would be making the classification to include their entire lot. Is that
Yeah,
agreeable?
most of the lot that's on, besides that, the northeast side of the brook, is it? East,
I guess?
yeah.
Wait a minute. All right.
East, yeah, it's
Yeah.
east,
Yeah.
most lot is east of the brook, yeah.
Most of it's already industrial commercial, and it's just the balance of
That corner.
and then
I'm good with that.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, we have a motion to accept that.
I'll make that motion.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
So how do you want that motion to read, Sharon?
So that we would extend the already existing industrial commercial district line to include their full lot.
And how is it worded that you own it, Travis? It's owned by Highgate Airport.
Highgate Airport, Highgate
Industrial
Airport-
something.
Highgate Airport Industrial Park LLC.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
It's a long one.
All right.
Oh, somebody's on.
Good evening, folks.
Hello?
Craig White has joined us, but he's here for the previous topic, so
Okay.
we'll go back to Craig as soon as you're done with
Okay.
this.
Okay.
Yep,
Thanks.
okay, so, yeah, I think we're a go.
All right, good, great.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, perfect. No, good luck.
All right, thank you.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay, so since we have a guest, we'll return to the road reclassification hearing. Hello, Mr. White.
All right, I think I missed your crew there on the road away today.
He missed the crew. Sorry, Craig, we don't have the projector down today, but he's saying he missed the site visit this afternoon. Do you have any questions for the board, Craig, that you wanted answered?
Yeah, just what exactly is happening. You know, I came in last week, asked Shelley, but she wasn't 100% sure what, like, was it something that it hadn't been zoned with the state? She thought, like it was, the paperwork hadn't been filed or something?
Well,
Like that?
the state generally goes around and checks our road mileage to verify it. And when they do that, sometimes they feel that a road is not a class 3, but should actually be classified as a class 4. So 3 of the roads were asked to be looked at, 1 the BO Road, 1 the Rail Road, and 1 the Waugh Farm Road. So I'm afraid I'm not familiar, but which road are you?
Rail,
You're on the Rail Road, okay.
yeah.
So you're the last house on the Rail Road? Okay. So it would be a 1,479 foot section of the road that's toward your house, that would be classified as a class 4. So,
Previously it was a 3, was it, or?
correct, yes. It had been listed as a 3, but the state said it really isn't a 3, that it should be a 4. So a 4 is, requires different maintenance by the town. So it really wouldn't be much different than what you're getting now, because Butch said that he doesn't plow all the way down to your home.
Right, yeah, we don't get anything now, so it can't get much different, I guess.
Right, exactly. So basically for you, it's just a title.
Okay.
There would be no difference to you or your availability to the road or anything.
Okay,
The turnaround of the plow and the school bus would be in the same spot.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted an explanation exactly what, like, it doesn't make any sense. Can you, because we own both sides of the road, would it even be remotely positive move? Can you buy the road from the town, or does that even make sense?
It would be another conversation. Normally, the town does not sell the road.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, they would keep it as a class 4 or as a trail.
Okay,
The reason that we rely on the state for the classification is because our grant funds are based on the mileage of class 2, 3, and 4 roads. So when they ask us to classify it as a class 4, they want to take it off the class 3 so that they don't have to pay us this much money. So, yeah, they're just, doing their due diligence.
Okay. Okay, but in essence, because you're not doing anything now, and you're not gonna do it in the future, it's
Correct,
same thing. Okay.
exactly.
Okay. Yep, I just wanted an explanation, because there was some question with Shelley what exactly was happening.
Yeah, so you should have no effect on you whatsoever.
Okay, all right, I appreciate it, thanks.
No problem.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Yeah, bye-bye. Okay, so we will go to Shelley.
Okey dokey. So you should have the check warrant in front of you.
Yes. Has everybody had a chance to look at the check warrant?
Yes.
Are there any questions for Shelley?
Nope.
All those in favor of signing?
Aye.
I should probably ask you for a motion first.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, how about a second?
I'll second.
Okay, there we go. We already did our eyes. We're just a little backwards today, no problem.
Okay, while you're signing that, real quick update, taxes are down $57,962.46. And I don't foresee that going down too much lower before we close out the fiscal year. The program has come to an end for the free money, unfortunately. So I hope whoever has listened or watched has taken advantage. Denise Paradis has come in today and is questioning a couple of things from Memorial Day. The float prizes, you said it was Maple Fields?
Yep.
Are they supposed to come in and collect their,
I thought they were supposed to come see you, I don't know,
okay?
or, yeah.
And it was $75?
75, yeah, 75, 50, 25, I think.
Okay, and then the bicycle,
That was,
Mary's grandson.
Yeah, it's right here, I think it was, I don't know what the price was, or the prize was.
I think what, there was only 2 prizes there, right?
Right, because the little girl was behind him.
Yeah, and I wanna say 20 and 10.
So there was 2 bicycle
Yes.
prizes?
Yeah.
Amber Mayshew's daughter was the other one.
Okay. Do you know if the Memorial Day committee has notified the winners and how to collect their prizes?
No, I don't think we have.
Okay.
No, yeah, I think that day you had said, you
Yeah.
thought Shelley was going to take care of it.
Take care of them.
I was unaware of that.
Nobody's came,
And how,
So yeah, you guys need to let
yeah.
them know what to do, and you should have let Shelley know too.
so,
Wasn't the chairman.
Yeah. I know.
also, she has handed some receipts to Keith. They have not made their way to my desk. Or did she hand them to you?
No.
Okay.
Where's he?
So, the wreaths that she made,
Oh, yeah.
They're beautiful.
they were very beautiful, but she has yet to be paid for them because her receipts are still missing. So,
That means you're in trouble again, Richard. Track down your roommate.
Oh, yeah, he's leaving too.
Uh-oh.
Can't wait for the summer. Better get on that tonight.
Yeah. Did they turn in the money for the raffle and the cow plot?
Yeah, I did.
everything's
All
been
that.
turned
I
in,
did
yep,
that.
all
Good
that's
job,
been turned
Richard.
in. Okay, so just those couple of things on that. I told Denise I would get back with her on what we discussed about it tonight. You have the personnel policy in front of you that had included the changes that we made from the last meeting. I did not put Sharon's on there. I wasn't sure how you wanted to do that, going from chair to employee in the same meeting. getting signed.
Um,
So,
yeah,
whatever
I
you
am
think.
going to recuse myself from
Yeah.
signature.
I would,
But do we have a motion to sign the personnel rules, benefits, and guidelines?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
and then, the only other thing, which I guess, I don't know if we wanna talk about it now or if we wanna talk about it later, but Vern asked for, posting for, oh, we'll talk about it later.
Doesn't have me on there,
Oh, it doesn't?
this is for aging.
Hold on, I'll go fix that
Sign it.
last,
Yeah, I was
I'll go
gonna say.
fix that last page while you're talking with Wendy, and
Okay.
that's all from me. We'll discuss the other thing with Vern later.
I can,
Okay, so we'll sign that, she'll be back.
Yeah, it's just the last page.
Yep,
just the last page, it's me.
I'll go fix it.
Okay, so we'll move on to Wendy.
You're good.
Okay, so you have minutes from June 1st.
So has everyone had a chance to look at the minutes from June 1st?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. Do we have a motion to sign?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. So the special vote on July 20th, that is all warned to the public now. I had to wait and get within the window by statute, so it is posted in the newspaper, social media, both Facebook, Instagram, the website, all around town. So I posted the actual warning, and then Heidi had put together the vote flyer. So that is all warned, and I will continue to repost it just to keep it on people's radar, because we don't have any meetings between now and then.
Right. So that is a meeting in person at the arena at 6 o'clock. We'll have information prior to the vote, but you need to be there to vote.
Yes, it
You
is a
have
floor
to
vote,
be there.
because that's what Highgate likes. So hopefully we don't get too much kickback about this, because we tried to change it to no avail. So, be there to vote. I did send copies of everything to Phil Ledoux as our moderator. I haven't heard, I'll touch base with him, but I haven't heard from him that he's not available to moderate the meeting, but I will stay in touch with him. If not, and he's not available, I believe it would fall to a board member, so we can figure that out. What else do I have? I have some miscellaneous updates here. I just can't find my list because I'm an organized person these days. Okay, so the flooring. We're getting ready to tear this place up. There's a lot of moving pieces. Feel bad with Sharon just starting. We're basically booting her, like, you'll be able to remote in, of course.
Yeah.
So we are Public Works and all of us, and anybody else who wants to stop by and help. We are beginning to move everything out of the front office on June 29th, which is a Thursday. We have to empty out Sharon's new office, Shelley's office, my main office, the Lister's office, the Public Works office. So between, Butch said, there'll be space in the bay. Most of it's gonna be in this room, so it's gonna be packed. I talked to Chris from Liquid Stone today. He's gonna come pick up the key. He's working with Shelley on getting a deposit for materials. And he's gonna be working from July 1st and be done by the 9th. Because the 10th, they're coming in to do the vinyl cove around the walls and the flooring. And then Phyllis is coming in to do a deep clean of the building because it won't have been cleaned for several weeks and it's gonna be dusty. So then we can move back in. So it's gonna be a couple weeks of a little bit of chaos. I did post a flyer on how town business isn't coming to a halt. ways you can access land records, tax bills, property cards, ways you can get birth certificates, death certificates, marriage licenses, permits. We're still here to help you. If you call and leave a message, they will get forwarded to our emails, and we're all gonna be working remote, and we'll get in here as soon as we can. It's just, there's a time when they're doing these floors, we just can't be in here.
Right.
The fumes are terrible.
The fumes are awful, yeah.
Yep, so,
We just did one, same thing.
yep, at school?
Yep.
Nice, I love it. It's like, spill something, you just mop it.
Oh, that's nice.
It's the best. It's the best. I'm excited to not have any carpet in this building.
If you could go over this with a scrubber, if you want to see something really shine. Go
Really?
over with our auto scrubber,
Yeah,
boy, does it shine.
I think this floor's gonna outlive all of us by a long shot.
Oh, yeah.
So that is happening, and I've gotten the word out. I've had surrounding towns posting the information. I sent out a mailing to all my regulars. I sent out an email blast. So hopefully nobody comes to the door and is really angry. So the Public Works Director job is still posted. I don't believe we've had any nibbles.
Okay.
So you can double check with Shelley on that, but as of first thing this morning, no. So I keep reposting that. We put it back in both papers, the Courier and the Messenger again. I don't know where else, what else you would like us to do.
VLCT, do they have a?
Yep, it's on VLCT and Vermont Department of Labor. We
Okay.
put it everywhere. We put the town administrator job. We haven't done the Indeed piece. And I don't know if that's something you want to do, or you're gonna get, you know, people from everywhere. I mean, if that's what you want, we can do that. But right now, we don't have anything that's been posted since May 31st. So, Town of Fairfax also has the Public Works Director's job available. They're also looking for crew members, so a lot of people are in the same boat.
Yeah.
Town of Morrisville hasn't been able to fill their town administrator job, and they've had it posted longer than we did. So, everybody's looking for help, needing help, can't find it. So, Kelly, we were just talking about the Public Works Director job, how we reposted it in the papers, and if there's anything else they would like us to do.
Sure, what else we can do.
I know.
Right.
The only thing we haven't done is to go Indeed route, and I don't know if that's something we want to do, if it's worth it, I don't know.
We can do it tomorrow. It's not like it's free. And
Might as well put it out there. I know it is getting some talk by some of the other towns, highway departments.
some of the other towns are hiring too.
Right, yes, yeah.
Doesn't make it any
Right.
easier to
Yeah.
find help when we're competing for the same pool of applicants.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so should be back in the Messenger again tomorrow also. Okay, so lister grievance hearings are posted. The listers will be meeting with folks that wish to grieve their assessments on June 20th from 10 to 2. They did send out a mailing to anybody that had a change in appraisal, like me and Jill. So if you got a mailing, it's because you had a change in appraisal, but anybody can come for an appointment. So that is Tuesday, June 20th, and that is also posted everywhere. Sue did call this morning and said to let you guys know that the state is on Monument Road today, cutting trees, replanting trees, and moving trees where the bank is giving out. I told her I would tell you.
Okay.
And the only other thing I have, because I found it in my email today from Heidi, was the plow turnarounds, and I think I put copies in front of you, Sharon.
Yes. Yeah.
Butch and Nick, well, Nick answered me, but he said that they are fine with them.
Okay. So one was on the railroad that we just looked at,
Yeah.
and then,
Yeah, it was done.
yeah, the Downey Road. So if we are good with these, which I can pass pass these down if people haven't seen them. Then we'll make a motion to send them on to the legal department.
So on Gunny Road, is it, I didn't read, is it in there that, it could change after
He
that
passes.
passes?
I don't think it's specified in there.
But should it be, or?
What could change?
On the Gagne Road,
Oh,
if the current landowner should pass away, it passes to another family member who would not like the turnaround to be quite where it is.
yeah.
So,
Seems like that's probably a living document where it's gonna,
change over time.
right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
will the state allow us?
Because the map itself says lands of Brian Rowell,
That's what it says on here, yeah.
not the other. Is that right?
What's that?
In the corner of that map, I have another
Right
copy.
here.
Yes,
Yeah, because you talked to Brian that day.
because I asked him if, that the next owner, if they don't want us going through there, if we could turn around on his, have him make a turnaround there. So, I think before we go any further, we need to talk to Brian again
Yeah.
and just make sure that our ducks are in a row. Because that day I talked to him, oh yeah, I says,
You wanted tit for tat, remember?
what?
You wanted something in trade, remember?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he says, well, we'll talk about it someday.
Because it says Brian Rowell on the map, but isn't it,
I think you're
And
worrying
Gagne
about something
land?
that could take a long time to come to.
isn't it Gagne's?
Was it?
Dennis Darby.
Yeah.
Well,
Right, that's why I was confused why it says Rowell down here.
because Rowell owns that in that corner.
Oh, just in that corner.
Yeah, as you go down, see if we go all the way around, I think it stays there, but if we gotta turn around and if, Fortin takes, if he won't let us go there no more, then we gotta get permission from Ryan.
Okay, so that's, okay, I get you.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying, do we need anything more, or,
I think that's a future problem.
it's
Right,
a
yeah.
future problem, but with the state, what I'm asking is, will the state go along with what we're doing?
Does the state have any say on the Gagne Road?
No,
No,
Yeah.
no, this is just a survey
yeah,
to make it legal at the moment.
okay,
So that the town has a legally
So the town-
represented.
okay,
Where they turn around right now isn't owned by the town.
right,
Correct.
It's owned by Dennis
yes.
Gagne.
Got
Yeah,
it,
because
yes.
when we make that loop,
Yes, okay.
so if something happens, then
Then
you'll have to, if,
The grandson, his name's already on the property, yes.
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 Yeah, and he doesn't want that.
Okay.
Rowell's on this side of the loop,
Yes,
Yeah.
he owns the barn.
who's on this side? Stinking. Okay, you're upside down.
And the daughter owns right there.
Gagne's on this side.
Yeah.
So Rowell on this side, Gagne on that side.
Yeah, and then if you go around the loop, this year I think Gunny owns the whole loop.
So I would agree with Shelley that as
Okay.
long as the current owner
Yeah.
I agree to that. Then should something happen, then we'll have to revisit that, you know?
Okay, I just wanted to ask and just.
Yeah, because we know there'll be an upcoming
Yeah.
Yeah.
issue.
Be a while,
So
might not.
Right,
good as it is for who owns it now.
yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
So yeah, can we make a motion to accept the draft surveys and pass it along to legal?
I'll make that motion.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Who made those, sorry?
Made the motion.
Richard,
Scott, Richard, and Mary.
yeah.
Thank you. Okay, that's all I got.
Okay. Select board, did everyone see the, Economic Development Council letter? So it says, Dear Mrs. Sherman, Town of Highgate has a collaborative relationship with the Village of Swan, is involved in a joint venture to bring
Yes.
water, sewer infrastructure to the commercial industrial zone
Yes.
surrounding the Franklin County Airport. Okay. Are we good to sign the letter? Any questions, concerns?
Nope.
Do I have a motion to sign?
I'll make that motion.
Okay.
I'll second it.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Wendy, did you mention Quarry Lane under you?
No.
This is, would that decision be made in executive or on camera? 'Cause this would be your last meeting before.
Correct, yeah.
Before your 45 days are up.
Correct. No, there's nothing to hide, I mean, it's, not legal, not contractual, and not, personnel.
Right.
So, yes, we can certainly talk about Quarry Lane. So Quarry Lane, what are our thoughts about taking over Quarry Lane?
I'm not interested.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not either, because, I've got, there's too many other things that are out there hanging with this that I'm not comfortable with.
I also agree that we're not ready to take this over.
Still a lot of questions.
I would agree. I would think that at this time, the town is not in a position to take over this road. Based on the stormwater requirements that the town would have to pick up, taking over this road. Based on, some concerns about the first culvert, and concerns, about how much more work we can put onto our public works department without, taking over everyone's road and everyone's, place. So my suggestion would be, as things progress in the administrator role, that we consider a grant to look into the cost of taking over private development roads, and to consider the cost of paving new roads as people begin to question what we're doing with their roads and what upgrades are made and who is responsible for what. And then we can have some final figures about what that costs the town in manpower hours and in physical dollars. I know paving has been a subject of town meetings several times, so
It's the most expensive thing we do all year.
Yes, so what it costs to lay the base and have it ready and just have some figures that say, look, it costs, you know, 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, $1 million to do a quarter-mile section of road. So that we know, for those questions, what exactly we would have to budget for in order to make those improvements. But I don't think that's a place where we are right now. I think that's something to look for the future. So, if we are all in agreement, I would take a motion for this issue, and I would draft a letter and send it to all of the landowners. So do I have a motion not to take over Cory then?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Doesn't matter, I'll second it.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We also have the snow removal ordinance, which we had looked at before, and our time frame for additional input is over. This would include the ability to fine homeowners or plow drivers that continue to deposit snow in the roads when they plow people out, making additional time and work for the Public Works Department. So, do we have any discussion?
Is there anything in place now to, or will we put something in place, I guess?
For what time?
Sorry, Siri's listening to you.
As to what would create the fine? Is there some kind of a
base.
yeah, a base of what that is? Because I'm sure that's what people are going to be asking. So what am I going to get fined? How much? What is the? Was it?
So the first offense is $100.
Okay.
Second offense, $200. Third or subsequent offense, $500. There are waiver fees of less money, but those may be extenuating circumstances. But no person, partnership, or corporation shall throw, deposit, or cause to be thrown, shoveled, propelled, or deposited snow or ice from private property onto the traveled ways, shoulders, or sidewalks of a state highway or a Class 1, Class 2, or Class 3 town highway of the town of Highgate. If the snow or ice is thrown, shoveled, propelled, or deposited, the Public Works Department shall remove such snow and ice at the expense and charge of the abutting property owner or tenant, which expense and charge may be recovered with full cost in an action for contract in the name and behalf of the town. So not only will you get fined, you will have to pay for the cleanup of the mess that you left in the road. So, most people are 100% respectful. It's just the one or two that make something like this necessary. So, any thoughts, concerns? Okay, do we have a motion to sign?
I'll make that motion.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor? Aye. Aye.
I know.
Unless somebody's like dumping piles.
Okay, so everybody signs this one. And this has been noticed in the papers.
Yep.
So we are all good there. Okay, and again, the next meeting, July 20th, wastewater system vote, in person, at the arena, 6 PM, information to start, vote to follow, regular select board meeting to follow after that.
At the arena.
At the arena, yes. And please tell your friends, tell your neighbors, so that you know what's going on, so that we can have an informed vote. This vote will determine whether the development of the Macy property goes forward, because it is for the purchase of a 18-acre parcel from the former Roger Wright agreement, and will cost $300,000. $200,000 is already funded through a grant. $100,000 has been approved by the select board to be used for this purpose out of our ARPA money. So it will cost the taxpayers no money to purchase this property.
What was that again, Sharon?
No money,
No money,
yes.
no new taxes.
So,
No tax.
so I was asked, it's not a sewer, it's just a leach line, right? I'll let you explain that.
Yes, so it's a giant leach field, like all it is. It's taking your wastewater, not your full septic,
Be the green
not
water,
the
right?
solids, correct. So the solids will stay in the tanks and be pumped on a regular basis, but the wastewater, the water, the gray water that comes from that needs a place to go. So because of the wells and surrounding septics that are around the Macy property, we cannot develop there because we have a limited area. It would interfere with people's wells, and we certainly don't want to pollute anyone's wells. So in order to bypass that, you need a spot for the wastewater to go. So it goes into this giant leach field. So it's just like you have at home. Goes into a tank, goes out to the leach lines. All that you'll see is basically a field of grass. So it's no different than having a plain old farm field. You might have a tank that sits on the outside just for maintenance purposes, but you won't smell anything, you won't hear anything, you will hardly see anything, and the town already has secured a $2 million grant to construct this project, but without the actual land purchase, there's no further to go. So, no money involved at this point. Come out and support the development of the Macy property, and if you have any interest, all that information is online at the town's website, and there's some pretty cool designs out there that people are thinking about. So by all means, put your input in. It's up to you, it's up to us to see what the future will look like in the center of town. So that's my spiel for that. Do we have any other select board items for the public?
I would like to just maybe reiterate for the public the firework. I'm getting a lot of calls and complaints with the health officer about fireworks happening. I did get a printout if anybody has any questions on the rules as we follow Vermont statute.
Can you tell us what those are? Can you tell people what the law is for fireworks?
Basically, unless you have a pyromania, I think it's called, operating the fireworks, you're not allowed to have them. And the town of Highgate, because of our insurance, does not issue permits.
And Wendy, did you you put on the website
She
what
did.
was legal and what was,
She did.
Yep,
yes?
I posted it on our social media pages and on the website.
I know last weekend there was at least 2 people in the community that did do them, and I think that's what spurred a lot of complaints.
Yeah, they weren't small.
No.
Okay. Now, as a health officer, do you have the ability to stop a fireworks demonstration?
That was probably one of my next questions. One of the properties, personally, don't think I'd go without.
Protection?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna listen.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm not sure the police in the area the night of question. So, I believe, and I don't know 100% sure, but I believe last weekend there was also a burn complaint at one of these locations, and the fire department did get called. You know where I'm talking now, right?
Okay.
So the other one was off the P.E.G Road. Both pretty local and both are very loudly, so. I mean, I guess that's part of my question is, as a health officer, do I stop them?
I wouldn't invite you to go that way.
Seems like it falls under the fire department.
Well, that was what
not
I was
the officer.
invited to go to
Right.
one of them too, and I said, sorry, not going.
Yeah. I think safety of the health officer and the fire department is paramount. I think that above anything else.
But it's hard because the community around wants it stopped, and I don't know.
Yes. I think we can still write fines to those addresses. And it doesn't need to be the day of. It can be later. And the fire chief can write fines. All of the select board or just the chair can write fines?
I don't believe it's the whole select board.
I know I can as health officer.
I
So-
believe you as the chair are on that list. Gary's on that list. Shelby, Mary. There's a few others.
Okay. So we do have some leeway.
Mike, our zoning administrator's on that list.
So even though we know that some of them will be chucked in the garbage, at least we'll have a written record that maybe when it reaches a certain point, we'll have to have some enforcement. But at least it'll give you a record of what has happened. Okay. Anything else?
The Feely property, getting, community complaints on the noise level as well as the emissions of the fuel from the trucks running for several hours. I did reach out to the state. There is a statute on emissions with idling, but there is a clause in there that does state that it's for the purpose of business, that there is some leeway with that because they are performing their job. So I don't know, it's a tough situation.
Is that gonna fall under agriculture too?
No,
It will,
no, that's a commercial business.
okay.
But I can tell you that I do know that they are actively looking for a different location. So that problem may solve itself sooner than later, hopefully. So let's reach out to them and just say, look, you're getting complaints, but I wouldn't go any further until we can see if maybe they can solve the issue themselves. Would be my thought.
I know zoning is also involved in it, but he did not, again, he's seeing the same statutes I am. And there was no, from my understanding, there was no actual permitting because it was prior to zoning rules, and so, yes, it kind of puts it in a situation, and I do understand both sides of it. I mean, 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night, it's tough for big trucks to be running and grading.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. So I have one thing, and that is I am tendering my resignation as chair of the select board and tendering my resignation as a select board member. I had applied for the town administrator job, and the hiring committee offered me a job and I accepted. So I will start full-time on Tuesday after the holiday, and I am available to anyone, and I am happy to help in any way I can, and bear with me while I get acclimated to my new job. Be a little different. But I want to thank everyone. The select board has been one of the better things I've ever done, and I'm very happy to work with all of you and happy to continue. So, I would suggest that you advertise for interest, accept public interest, and then reorganize and go forth. And
I just want to thank you. It's my first select board gig ever, and I'm glad that you were the lead for the years that I've been here.
thank you very much.
Wrote down some things, thought very articulate, level-headed. You've got great common sense, and you're always looking out for the taxpayer as number one. And we couldn't ask for, I think, any better select board chair. And I thank you for what you've done.
Well,
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You will be missed.
I'm not going anywhere, just moving into an office, that's all, and we'll still give the town and hopefully my fellow workers and all of you all the support and 110% to all of you, so.
I know you will. I know you will.
Yeah, so.
How about a round?
Well, thank you.
What do you think as far as timing for reorganizing though? Like if it's gonna be a board of 4 for a period of time, I don't know when number 5 will jump on board. Should they reorganize sooner than later? Should we have a chair in the meantime?
I would say yes, you should reorganize tonight so that you have a point person. Should anything come up, because we have a lack
You never know.
of space, right, between now and our next meeting. So if you reorganize now, at least you'll have that point person. And like I said, I'm here 24/7, you can reach out anytime, you know. Well, we're all in this gig together.
So, Wendy, can you put that out for, advertise for,
Vern has a copy of the last ad you
Yep.
asked for, and we're just waiting on your comments and
So this was what was posted when Vern came on board in 2020. Been that long
That's
already,
been
sir?
that long. Trust me, it feels like it.
So you have a copy of it as well, it's the same thing, so I don't know if you guys wanna tweak it. It basically says letters of interest being accepted and are due by, or you could leave it open-ended. Whoever gets appointed would be appointed until March.
Yeah.
Sharon had 1 more year on her term till 2025, so in March, that person could either say, peace out, I'm done here, or they could run for the extra year. Or anyone could run for that extra year. They do have to be a Highgate resident and a registered voter in town. So you tell us what to post and I can get it posted tomorrow.
Hey, can you post, this looks pretty good.
And then it would just go to Sharon now?
Do you want, yep, we could have Sharon's email address, yep.
Yeah.
Do you want it open-ended or do you want an end date?
That was my suggestion, open-ended.
Absolutely.
Open until
Yeah.
filled?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just change the years on that.
Yes. Okay.
So, do you need, nominations for chair?
I nominate Scott Arndt.
I think I nominate Mary. Yeah.
I don't think I have enough experience at it.
Hate to see it, but I nominate Richard.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez, it's just never possible.
I'll help you.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Well, I'll be, yeah, you're gonna get there alone.
Will you be resigning from road commissioner, or will you be doing both?
Well, but I'm not.
Totally not here.
I mean, I guess it depends who number 5 is.
Right.
If it's a newbie, could be somebody from our past. You never know. Could be
Right.
somebody that's already got some experience. Hard to say. So we could reorganize again in a month or so.
Right.
So, you think I should resign from,
I don't know, I'm just, I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
wouldn't
if
do
you
I
need
would not resign.
No,
from
I wouldn't do that.
No.
Okay.
This is kind of, possibly temporary.
yeah, hope so.
We'll see we'll see when we get number 5 out, what it is.
Like I said, Brian.
Yeah,
We've already scared him to death.
yeah. Congratulations.
Okay, so Vern nominated Richard. What happened from there?
I second it.
Okay. And,
All those in favor?
Aye.
okay, so vice chair, do we need one for the board of 4? Do you want to do that?
Can do that.
Okay.
So I'll take nominations for vice chair.
I nominate Mary.
Any other nominations? Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thanks.
Well, do you want it? That's the question.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's temporary.
I'll help you too.
You don't want her.
I thought it was, but was that was?
Yeah,
Was I already was?
But you declined it last time.
Did I? I don't know. I don't know where we are.
You were a vice, and when you got nominated for chair, you didn't want it.
Oh, yeah, I just couldn't do chair. That was it. I don't
Well, then I'm
remember.
fine with it.
okay, do you want to stay vice?
I can stay vice if you like.
Perfect.
Okay, so who's nominating Vern?
I will nominate her.
I'll second.
Neat the way this works, isn't it?
Seconded by?
Mary.
Okay.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Sharon, I'll help you too.
I
Yes.
will help you
Yes.
too, yes, I will. Okay, congratulations, gentlemen.
What do you do?
Okay, so I'll get that posted tomorrow to see what we get. There have been times like, what Vern, back when you got on board, I think we had 5 or 6
Yeah.
people interested in
Yeah.
it. And then other times we get,
Zero.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd say by the time you have your next select board meeting, you've got a few anyway to review,
Yeah.
for sure.
Actually, that's one question. If we get applicants before the next meeting,
That's the problem with open-ended.
do we
I
want to?
actually prefer an end date, just
we
because
wanna-
it gives people a,
Yeah. Well, that's my, I guess my question is, there anybody available for another meeting if we get an applicant prior that looks good to the July 20th meeting?
I could make myself,
I can make myself available.
so.
so are you reviewing them as you receive them?
Yeah, maybe that's the way we'll do it.
When are you picking? You're gonna,
Probably after we get a couple, or if we get none, then
right,
that's why we leave it open-ended, because based on the past experience or something, you know.
Why don't you make an ending date of your next meeting?
July
20th.
20th.
That'll give you a month, basically.
3 weeks anyway,
Yeah.
for them to come in, and then you can review them all at once.
4 weeks.
It's 4 weeks.
4, wow.
Okay,
Cause if somebody's interested, they're gonna say.
yeah.
If-
Right.
If they're not, well.
Okay.
So put a date on there of,
July 20.
Yeah.
do you wanna make it like a couple days prior, this way time to review them?
Yeah, as I get them, I'll forward them all.
And send it, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Send it.
All good?
Okay. Any other things for public session? Okay. So I would enter into executive with Shelley and Wendy. So, do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.